Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and I'm a BTS Army as well as a Korean-Canadian family doctor. Today, I wanted to share my Roam task management system. I'll keep it simple and give you a run-through of my task templates and how I use a filter to prioritize the top tasks of the day. Roam is known for note-taking and networking of ideas, not as much for its task management capabilities. I won't go into much detail of what is Roam research as there are many videos out there already covering this topic, so I'll link some of the videos I liked in the description below. If you've already seen my video on Roam and space repetition, you might already know why I also chose to use it for task management despite other specialized tools available. The biggest reason would be that creating tasks doesn't interrupt my workflow when I do it in Roam. When it comes to creating tasks, it's as easy as Control-Enter no matter where I am in Roam, and I can recall the context of when I created the task as well. First, let me show you a quick run-through of how my process looks like. Usually the day before, I populate tomorrow's page with a daily template, which is what you're seeing here. Within this template is a section for my tasks for the day. The night before, I'll search up and filter out tasks that I've set a due date as today or before, then copy their links over to this section so I can just see how many I have to do. Now, as you might have noticed, these are due dates as in DO dates, as coined by August Bradley, who makes tons of great videos on his Notion Life organization system. I'll link his channel in the description below. This is a great concept I like because it shows you have control over when you choose to act on a task rather than letting the deadlines take the reign. And then you can narrow down the number of tasks if you find that there are too many to focus on that day, and then prioritize them in the order that you want to make sure that they get done. I would recommend at most 3 important tasks and just pat yourself on the back if you get even 1 done that day. That's already a job well done. I like to organize them so that the tasks that I have to get done that day, I'm going to leave them in this top 3 tasks section. Then for all other tasks that are less urgent and don't have to be done that day, I like to organize them based on the energy and focus it will take to complete the tasks. As you can see further down in my daily template, I have a peak, trough, and rebound section. These are based on an article I read recently, which I'll also link below. The gist of the idea is that throughout the day, your energy level is going to fall into one of these 3 categories. When it's in the trough, you're just going to feel really tired and struggle to focus no matter what you try. When you're in your peak, you're at the height of your concentration and you can get great deep work done. And your rebound is where your focus tends to be better than the trough, but not as great as the peak. And instead, your creativity runs high at this time. So it's a great time to do your brainstorming and writing. So based on how much focus or creativity a task might require, I'll nestle them under the according block. And the more mundane work like emails or chores can go under the trough. I like organizing the less urgent tasks this way because then I can quickly find a task that fits my energy level whenever I have time in my day to get some extra work done. Well, that's a simple how-to of my task management system. Now let me show you how to get your own system started. First, you'll want to create a task template. I'd recommend creating a templates page and making it a shortcut so you can see them in one place, but anywhere in Roam works. Now type the title of your template and remember to add the hashtag Roam/templates. Then nested under the title will be the actual template that populates each time. Here's my current general task templates. The due date is what I mentioned earlier, the date that you said you will do the task. And it's important to use a calendar to assign the dates so the dates stay consistent. I would say this is one of the flaws in Roam where they don't really automate the dates very well. And I also assign the month next to it. The reason I do this is the same as for my space repetition video last week, just to help filter out the tasks and to make sure that I don't miss any that I haven't completed yet. And next is a deadline in case the task actually does have one. Then you can designate a priority or energy level tagging system to help you prioritize tasks a little bit easier. This is where I assign my tasks as trough, peak, or rebound. If I have a task that I want to revisit at some point but it isn't urgent at all, I label it hashtag someday and I review all my someday tasks during my monthly reviews. For tasks that are less urgent and are dependent on other people in order for me to complete it, are assigned a hashtag waiting on, so I know that I just have to keep an eye on it. My waiting on tasks I review during my weekly reviews and update as changes happen. And for tasks that are dependent on other tasks being completed first, I give it a hashtag next up. I then have another similar task template for recurrent tasks. These don't have a deadline section, and I like to have a frequency tag just for my own reference. And when you've completed it, you just change the due date instead of ticking it off. Now let's see how some of these tags help to filter only the tasks that I want to see. Start filtering by the month, then just skim past the ones that aren't due yet or don't have a due date assigned. When I see one with a current or past due date, I copy the link over to the current page I'm on, which for me is usually the daily page. The reason I do this is so I don't duplicate the content and clutter up the system. Copying over the link is just like hyperlinking, and you can't make edits to it unless you go back to the source of that link. You can change it into an embedded task, which does allow you to edit, but I find that it's easy to delete things by accident this way, so for tasks, I like to leave it as a linked block. And if you shift-click the task, you can see it open on the sidebar. And if that task is part of a bigger project, you can see it in its context. Well, that's it for my quick task management system. If you have questions about this video, suggestions for improvement, or recommendations for more content, please leave a comment below. And if you like this video, you might also like my roam space repetition video that I did last week here. See you soon!